So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's looking wide. He's found a way through. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Driving through the middle. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Davids. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Davids has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier.
Davids. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now, he's got space here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's a goal kick. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Maldini. Ball played for Kukçu. Azar. Haaland. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice physical challenge.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope. Malaysia really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Davids. Hazard. And that is expertly dealt with. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Azar. Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Beckham. Some really good ball movement. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Kukçu. Hazard could try cutting inside here. Kukçu. Kukçu gets flagged offside. Kokchu. Milan looking to pass their way through. Kokchu cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Malaysia finding their passes. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Piqué cuts out the pass. Davids. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spread out to the left. He's got away. Looking to play him in. Now this could be a chance. No foul, says the referee. Kokchu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And he welcomes it in. Haaland! Great vision. Haaland, judge, surely! Goal, Milan! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Oh, played through for the wide man.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that has not gone well. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Milan really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
He's gone for goal! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Milan certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
He is through here. Takes a shot! Yes! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
They've played it short. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Chance for a shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Haaland being hunted in packs.
Oh, look, Peter, this has been a textbook illustration of how not to defend, and finally they've decided to single him out.
Out to the left it goes. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Rijkaard cuts it out. And that is as far as they're going to go. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ronaldo running with the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And they win it back again. Van Bouten, Davids, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Over to the left. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And smartly reclaimed. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Beckham. No way through. Nicely spread. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that's played in low. Decent chance! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Davids has created one goal already. Van Bouten looking for options for movement. Knocks it into space. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, he's burst through! And this is Ronaldo. Milan are closing in on a comfortable win. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. They've played it short, and it's made its way to him. Up he goes! And now they can spring out of defence. Rijkaard. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Davids. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. A whisker away from making it 4.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Oh, what a climb! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Vinicius Junior! Oh, the ball's... Oh, he's been caught napping. Very nicely done. And that has been knocked clear. And this is Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed Salah really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, easy pickings there. Aubameyang, and Aubameyang! Aubameyang! Oh, that's a special one! He's got himself an absolute peach. First blood drawn. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Marquinhos. Toma. He's played it back. He's in a great position here. And it's hoisted clear. Bellingham. It's Vinicius Junior. It's a promising position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Quality ball. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Kubo.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Xavi Alonso. Dunk. Xavi Alonso. And Bastoni. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Minamino. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Minamino, foot in. That is ended up in no man's land. And he's in on goal. Oh, he's bustling through here. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, shooting chance! That's a half-decent try. Bastoni. Nakata has created one goal already. Dunk. Now it's Yamal. He has a look up. Oh, what has happened here? And it's Xavi Alonso. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Mitoma tries to pass it through, and he was quick to react. Can he get it through? Kubo looking to run onto it. Bastoni. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And here's Aubameyang. Now it's Mohamed Salah. The ball has bounced loose now. Itakura. Now Mitoma. Yamal. Real chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Duan. Bastoni was in no mood for any of that. Vinicius Junior. And claimed it back swiftly. Japan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Nakata. Oh, and the finish! That's another chance. It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And we hit half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Milan go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And if we just back... Shot, surely! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Kubo. Bellingham has given away a free kick. Nicely weighted ball. Threads one in, and he's intervened well there. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Gets into some space. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Duan. Aubameyang under intense pressure.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call. That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Mitoma. Bellingham. So we've reached the hour mark. Minamino. And here's Kubo. He might be in here. Shapes to shoot! It goes to show he is human after all.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Minamino. Gets a good foot in there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nakata. Yamal. Yamal! Oh, crossbar! Deftly away.
Kubo. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. It's Salah! He's got a goal! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
And now he has two. Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, and a chance! Half an hour gone in the second half. Yamal. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. The message is clear. None shall pass. Back into the middle. Now there's a fine ball. Endo, out to the right. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Vinicius Junior. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Bellingham. And here's Yamal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Mohamed Salah. Just 5 minutes left. Bastoni is the guilty party there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11, numero 36. Lasciano il campo per il numero 7.
Endo.
Il numero 5.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking to play him in. Oh, he's found support out wide. There's the shot!
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Numero 4.
Shot at goal!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Great chance!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Kubo gets it away. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And he's picked it up out wide. And no, he's seen through all of that. Rodri. Now it's Aubameyang. Now Mitoma. And that will be the final act. Milan can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started, and a shot! So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, you can't really overlook the importance of Bruno Fernandes in this side. A lot of players of his ilk may be seen rightly or wrongly as luxury players, and he's anything but. A work ethic I've always admired, and he's still hard at it as ever.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Guardiola has it out wide and in space. Cross goes in there. Fallen! Unahi. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Guardiola. Milan finding their passes.
Bruno Fernandes really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Bruno Fernandes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Hakimi. Amrabat. Brahim Diaz. And it's Diaz. Lampard. He shifted it to the flank. Thinks about the... Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now it's Messi. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Cleared away. Not the most convincing of passes. Hakimi. Milan are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And Unahi. 30 minutes gone. Bruno Fernandes does well to get it back. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rivaldo gets a foot in here. And that has found him in acres of space. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so... Forlan. Shot a goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Van de Ven. Milan looking to go into the break, 1-0 up.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Nicely aimed pass. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Hakimi. Now that looks a decent ball. Unahi. Now, can they get him away? He has found a way through. Deep cross. Van Dijk gets it away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mazraoui just loves to go forward whenever he can. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How would you review the first half?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Milan having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Well, that is one way to stop him. Brahim Diaz. Plays a sharp little ball here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Big header! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Mazraoui. Amrabat. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Belletti. Bruno Fernandes. He's found a way through. It'll be a throw-in. And here's Messi. And Messi! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection. We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Brahim Diaz. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Forlan. Hakimi. Unahi. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, real chance! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Milan take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Mazraoui with the slide tackle there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And this is Forlan. Messi. Messi! Messi! Genius! A finish right from the top draw. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Milan take a two-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind...
And the finish! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. Morocco are looking to go forward now. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, super ball! And it's going to be another corner. So, third corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Bruno Fernandes. They're trying everything to subdue him here. Messi!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's a promising position. He's picked his way through. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
He won't be happy with that one. It's run loose here. And claimed it back swiftly. Ziyech. Ziyech carries the ball down the right. He's through here. Hakimi is onto this. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. Aguirre. Now Mazraoui. Nicely weighted ball. Can he latch on to this? That'll be a throw. Now it's Forlan. Aimed beyond the defence. Aguirre gets over and intercepts. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Now it's En-Nesyri. And it's Hakimi. Now is this the final assault? Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Unahi knocks it into space. And that will be the final act. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Italy. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Junior, in some time. His favourite move is to receive the ball in a wide position, attract defenders his way, where he can turn them and just leave them behind and have a clean run at goal. He's a very tricky customer and getting better week by week.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. The information we've been given is that they're going to go with a 3-5-2.
Well, this system, Peter, allows for a really expansive passing game. If your centre-backs can play, then you see lots of diagonal switches to the wing-backs, and it all makes for a stylish, attractive bundle. However, its biggest weakness are those gaps between centre-backs and wing-backs, and with quick enough movement from the opposition, that can cause lots of trouble.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Now, can they get him away? That's a little off target. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Raspadori. This might spell danger. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Locatelli. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bastoni. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's a really well-measured ball. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Van Bouten. Camavinga. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Looking to play him in. Can he get onto this? Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, that has not gone well. Now then, the ball's come loose. And that's been won straight back. And a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Locatelli makes the interception. Raspadori. And it's Zaire Emery. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Bale is standing over this one. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game, promising one. Bale! Hakimi plays it in. And that should get the job done. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Keane. Neither side yet able to find the net. Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Short changes him with that pass. And it's Camavinga. Looking for the run. Gabriel spots it and intercepts. Hakimi knocks it into space. And the shot! Brilliant save from Donnarumma! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Oh, that's a fine interception. That's going to go a long way. And it's Van Basten. Italy are looking to go forward now. He's shifting through the gears here. Camavinga. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Zaire Emery. Good, strong midfield running here. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Oh, beautifully shaped ball.
Van Nistelrooy really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now there's a fine ball. Quality ball. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And it's Udogi. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Raspadori. Van Basten is there and he can get that clear. Van Nistelrooy.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great ball if he can get there. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Milan have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Barella. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a good ball. He's had a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bale is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. And that has been knocked clear. Locatelli. Italy have the chance to go the other way. Zaire Emery is in a really good position out wide. Oh, what a climb! And that was very necessary. There's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So there was the first half.
Milan really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. And a chance! They've scored!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Looking for a runner. No luck with that dink over the top. Hakimi for Rice. Camavinga. And he was quick to react. Bastoni. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Tries to pass it through. Keane. Cross needs to be good. And it's claimed by the keeper. Zaire Emery. Hakimi. Hakimi looking to penetrate opposition lines. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such.
And Van Nistelrooy!
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Udogi. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Raspadori. Zaire Emery. So, Jim, what are you thinking? Well, Camavinga! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Throw in. Lovely ball. It's Bale! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Bale had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
Locatelli. Tonali. And it's Tonali. Threads one in. Can he get it through? Raspadori. Oh, played through for the wide man. Big chance! Udogi. Tonali. To Barella. Well, that is one way to stop him. Bastoni. Here's Locatelli.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And they're back on the ball again. Hakimi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's intervened well there. Into the last quarter of an hour. Italy finding their passes. Raspadori! He won't be happy with that one. Aimed beyond. Great chance! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
Tonali goes short. Italy given another corner. And it's been taken short. Backward it goes. And here's Locatelli.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Decent chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Some resolute defending there. Looking for options for movement. Politano providing an outlet on that flank. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Milan moments now away from seeing this one out. Bale. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! It's a goal! And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Milan could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
He's got away. Distributed tidily. And that is as far as it goes. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
It's Lewandowski! Loose ball now and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Drogba! And that was very necessary. And it's Conte. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Thiago Silva. He's a player who doesn't seem to have any weaknesses at all, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's technically gifted, and very comfortable in possession. What I particularly find impressive about him, though, is his consistency and his reliability.
Lewandowski! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Carlos Augusto. Linton. Douglas Luiz. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. And it's Douglas Luiz. Now it's Lewandowski. Threads one in. Now it's Linton. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Douglas Luiz. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
For Linton, played out to the right. Savinho, he is through here. Grealish simply refused to be outdone there. Takes a shot! No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Pedri. And here's Lewandowski. Pedri. And this is Drogba. There's the shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Milan have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Played out towards the right wing. And it's Pedri. Saka.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
João Pedro. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Pedri. Drogba. Douglas Luiz. Gabriel. Douglas Luiz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to pass it through. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz. And it's Neymar. Pedri. Goes looking wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Big chance! No mistake! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Pedri. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And this is Lewandowski. Grealish. Can he get it through? Pedri. And it's Joelinton. And here's Grealish. That's a nicely weighted pass. And that has earned a reprieve. Oh, what has happened here? That is a brilliant interception. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Carlos Augusto. It's Drogba! Oh, it's a beauty! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Terrible error, duly punished.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Now it's Lewandowski, Joelinton, Gabriel, Bruno Guimaraes, Carlos Augusto. For Joelinton, and he's forced to go back. And it's Danilo. Savinho. Grealish. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Drogba. Carlos Augusto cuts it out. And there's the end of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Milan head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. So we're just settling back into this second half. Chooses to go back. Bruno Guimaraes! Saka.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Bruno Guimaraes does really well there. He is strong.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He was under real pressure there. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but just the keeper to beat, and he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And the shot! It's hit the upright. He's got a goal! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance.
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Milan really could have done without this. one back. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Brazil grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Greenish gets into a good position. Douglas Luiz. Marquinhos. Danilo. Linton. And Savinho. Engages and forces him off the ball. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
And this is Lewandowski. That's good play. He's had a shot! Oh, shooting chance! It's in! Just cruising! They are cruising! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Milan are having a ball here. Carlos Augusto. And it's Douglas Luiz. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Saka with the foul. Saka gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Bruno Guimaraes showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Goes for a shot! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now they can spring out of defence. Saka does really well to win the ball there. Back into the middle. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Could be danger here. It's Drogba! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And that has been clubbed away. It's gone for a throw-in. Conte. Eder Militao. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Ball's played through. Neymar. Eder Militao wins the duel this time. Linton. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Eder Militao gets over and intercepts. Milan looking to pass their way through. Marquinhos. Danilo. Thiago Silva gets across to intercept that. Pass somewhat off target. Now, can they get him away? And this is Lewandowski. And the shot! Spectacular save! Douglas Luiz. Neymar with 2 goals already to his name. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Neymar. Brazil have it back and can go again. João Pedro. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's Danilo. Nicely weighted ball. Douglas Luiz. And here's Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
Just eases him off the ball. Gabriel cuts out the pass. Looking to play him in. Saka. 5 minutes to add. And he was quick to react. And that has left him in a heap. Long ball upfield. Neymar proves just a little bit too strong. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that is as far as it goes. Milan pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start.